Homelessness has reached alarming levels across 10 countries in 2025, with millions of individuals struggling to find stable housing. This crisis is fueled by skyrocketing housing costs, unemployment, and insufficient wages, leaving families and individuals vulnerable to life on the streets. Urban centers in these countries are grappling with overwhelmed shelters, scarce resources, and a growing divide between prosperity and poverty. The stories of resilience and hardship in these regions are as heartbreaking as they are inspiring. Welcome to Globe Path, a travel documentary exploring the hidden challenges and untold stories shaping urban landscapes. Join us on this journey to uncover the realities often hidden behind glittering skylines. What you'll discover might just change how you see your city and the world forever. Number 10. Las Vegas, Nevada. The city of lights, the streets of anguish. Las Vegas, the city of glitz, high-stakes gambling and opulent resorts, hides a stark reality that visitors rarely glimpse. Beneath the dazzling neon glow, thousands endure hardship, caught in the grip of the city's hidden homelessness crisis. With over 6,500 homeless individuals, Las Vegas ranks among the highest in homelessness rates per capita nationwide. But the most unsettling truth? Many of them aren't living on the streets. They're living beneath them, the Sin City tunnels. An overlooked realm. Under the glamorous Strip, an extensive labyrinth of underground flood tunnels has become a sanctuary for approximately 1,500 homeless individuals. In perpetual darkness, surrounded by squalor and risk, they construct temporary shelters, striving to survive in a city that barely acknowledges their plight. Las Vegas thrives on excess, and for many, that excess culminates in devastation. People flock to this city chasing dreams of wealth, only to lose everything at the casinos. Gambling addiction, compounded by substance abuse, has torn apart lives, leaving many stranded without hope. Although the city's economy thrives on tourism and hospitality, these sectors are unforgiving, offering meager wages, unstable employment, and minimal social safety nets. One stroke of bad luck, a job loss, an unexpected medical expense, and individuals find themselves homeless, forsaken by the very city they helped shape. So while visitors gamble away fortunes and sip luxury cocktails in high-rise suites, mere blocks away, lives unravel as people lose their stability, their sanity, and their futures. And here's the shocking part. Las Vegas is far from being the most troubling city on this list. Stay with me as we uncover a crisis even deeper than this number 9 Phoenix, Arizona Phoenix, known for its booming economy, luxury resorts, and endless sunshine, is now facing a homelessness nightmare that's spiraling out of control. The city has over 10,000 homeless people, and this number has doubled in just a few years. But what's worse? Many of these people once had stable jobs, but were pushed onto the streets by skyrocketing rents and a failing support system. The cost of living in Phoenix has exploded by over 50%, making housing impossible for thousands. And then there's the deadly combination of extreme heat and addiction. With temperatures soaring above 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 43 degrees Celsius in the summer, dozens of people die from heat stroke every year. At the same time, drug and alcohol abuse is consuming lives as cheap meth and excessive drinking push many deeper into despair. In downtown Phoenix, an area called The Zone has become a modern-day slum where tents stretch for blocks, crime is rampant, and survival is a daily struggle. So why is one of America's fastest-growing cities failing its people so badly? And which city on this list has it even worse? Stay with me to find out. Number 8. Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C., the political heartbeat of America, is a city of extremes, power and privilege on one side, poverty and homelessness on the other. While world leaders discuss policies in grand buildings, thousands of homeless individuals struggle to survive just blocks away. One major reason for DC's homelessness crisis is its brutal housing market. The city has some of the highest rent prices in the country, with a typical one-bedroom apartment costing over $2,500 per month. Even middle-class workers struggle to keep up, leaving those in low-wage jobs at serious risk of displacement. Another shocking issue? The growing number of homeless families. Unlike other cities where homelessness mainly affects individuals, DC has one of the highest rates of homeless children and families in the U.S. Many are single mothers who lost jobs or escaped domestic violence, only to find there are not enough shelters to help them. Despite government funding for homelessness programs, bureaucratic inefficiency and corruption have left many people without real assistance. Shelters are overcrowded, and temporary housing programs are often mismanaged, leaving thousands trapped in a cycle of poverty. In a city where laws are made to govern the entire nation, why can't the government solve the crisis in its own backyard? And which city on this list is suffering even more? Stay with me to find out. Number 7, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia, the city of history, culture, and resilience. Home to the Liberty Bell, Independence Hall, and legendary cheesesteaks, it's a place that played a crucial role in the birth of the United States. But today, the streets of Philly tell a different story, one of despair, addiction, and homelessness. With over 5,700 people experiencing homelessness, Philly has one of the highest rates in the country. But what makes it even worse? The city has been called the epicenter of America's opioid crisis. Neighborhoods like Kensington Avenue have turned into open-air drug markets, where thousands of people struggle with heroin and fentanyl addiction. Some homeless individuals spend their days slumped over on sidewalks, while others wander the streets in search of their next fix. And despite efforts to clean up the area, the problem just keeps getting worse. But drugs aren't the only issue. Affordable housing is disappearing, and even people with full-time jobs are struggling to keep a roof over their heads. Rent prices have increased by nearly 40% in the last decade, making it nearly impossible for low-income workers to find stable housing. So how did Philadelphia, a city once known for its brotherly love, become a place where thousands are left to suffer? And which city on this list is facing an even bigger crisis? Stay with me to find out. Number 6, Chicago, Illinois. Chicago, a city of stunning skyscrapers, deep dish pizza, and vibrant culture. But behind the beauty, tens of thousands are struggling to survive. With over 68,000 people experiencing homelessness, Chicago's crisis is unique. Many aren't on the streets, but living in cars, shelters, or couch surfing. Families, students, and even full-time workers are barely holding on. And when winter comes, it turns deadly. Sub-zero temperatures force people into train stations and tunnels, yet every year, lives are lost to the cold. The biggest reason? Vanishing jobs and skyrocketing rent. More people are just one paycheck away from losing everything. So how did one of America's most iconic cities end up here? And which city is facing an even worse crisis? Stay tuned to find out. Number 6. Portland, Oregon. Portland, a city once known for its lush greenery, coffee culture, and artistic vibe. But today, it's making headlines for all the wrong reasons. With over 6,200 people experiencing homelessness, Portland has one of the highest rates in the U.S. But what makes it even more shocking? Tents line the sidewalks, parks have turned into makeshift camps, and entire neighborhoods are struggling to cope. The biggest culprit? Skyrocketing housing costs. Rent in Portland has jumped nearly 40% in the last decade, forcing thousands onto the streets. And with lax drug laws, hard substances are easier to find than a job, making recovery nearly impossible for many. The city tried to fix the problem by decriminalizing small amounts of drugs, hoping to help people instead of punishing them. But it backfired. Instead of reducing addiction, open drug use is now a daily sight downtown. So how did Portland go from a thriving, progressive city to one of the worst hit by homelessness? And which city on this list is even worse? Stay tuned to find out. Number 4. Seattle, Washington, Seattle. A city of tech giants, stunning waterfronts, and iconic coffee culture. But beneath the success, homelessness is spiraling out of control. Over 13,000 people are without stable housing, and the city's streets are filled with tent encampments, makeshift shelters, and struggling families. The main reason? Soaring rent and low wages. Even with a booming economy, many can't afford to live in the city they work in. Efforts to fix the crisis have failed. Drug addiction, lack of mental health services, and sky-high living costs continue to push people onto the streets. And with constant rain and freezing winters, survival is a daily battle. So what went wrong? And which city is suffering even more? Keep watching to find out. Number 3. New York City, New York, New York. The city of bright lights, endless opportunities, and towering skyscrapers. But beyond the glamour, a crisis is unfolding. With over 80,000 people experiencing homelessness, NYC has the largest unhoused population in America. Families sleep in shelters, while entire blocks in Manhattan and Brooklyn are lined with makeshift tents. Even working professionals struggle to afford a place to live, as rent prices continue to skyrocket. The biggest shock? Nearly 1 in 5 homeless New Yorkers is a child. Despite the city's wealth, thousands of families have nowhere to go. So why is this happening in America's richest city? And which place on this list is facing an even bigger disaster? Stay tuned. Number 2. San Francisco, California, San Francisco. A city of Golden Gate views, tech billionaires, and world-class dining. But beneath the success, a growing crisis is impossible to ignore. With over 8,300 people experiencing homelessness, entire streets are lined with tents, and open drug use is a daily reality. The biggest culprit? Skyrocketing rent. With an average rent of $3,300 per month, even middle-class workers struggle to afford housing. The irony? This is one of the richest cities in the world. Yet thousands sleep on sidewalks just steps away from luxury condos and Michelin star restaurants. So how did San Francisco reach this point? And which city on this list has it even worse? Stay tuned. Number 1. Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles, the city of Hollywood dreams, palm trees, and endless sunshine. But for over 75,000 people, it's a city of nightmares. From Venice Beach to Skid Row, entire streets have turned into makeshift encampments. Luxury apartments stand just blocks away from rows of tents, abandoned shopping carts, and people struggling to survive. The crisis here isn't just bad, it's the worst in the country. Why? Sky-high rent, lack of affordable housing, and a mental health crisis spiraling out of control. The cost of living has pushed even full-time workers onto the streets, while the city's attempts to fix the problem have only made it worse. And the most shocking part? LA spends over $1 billion a year on homelessness programs. Yet, the crisis continues to grow. So what went wrong? And is there any hope for America's biggest cities? The answers might surprise you. The world's major cities are changing, and not in the way we'd hope. Homelessness is on the rise, rents are becoming unaffordable, and entire communities are being pushed to the brink. What do you think? Can this growing crisis be solved, or are we heading toward an even bleaker reality? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. For more gripping insights into the world's most pressing challenges, make sure to subscribe to Globe Path. Don't forget to hit the like button and share this video to spread awareness. Together, we can uncover the truths that shape our cities and inspire change.